Christianity is till death do us part. In Islam is till divorce do us part. I think when he sees the father and daughter coming, that's the point where that boy becomes a man, and that weight of responsibility falls on his shoulder. Hello family, I hope you're doing well. In today's episode we will be talking about dating Muslims. So let's start. First, I will talk to you about if a Christian woman or a non-Muslim woman is dating a Muslim man, what are the pros and cons? And then I will discuss the pros and cons for if a Christian man is dating a Muslim woman. What are the pros and cons? And then you can decide for yourself. Decision will be yours. My job here is to give you information. For women, if you are Christian woman, I would suggest not to date a Muslim man. If you think you will convert them, the conversion should be for Christ, for Christ's love, not for your love, because that would not be the pure intention. You can pray for them, but do not get serious. Do not get too involved. Also, if he's not there was one video which she was saying that if he's not introducing you to his family, that their chances are that he's already married to someone else, or his family would force him to marry someone else, because in Muslim culture children are like their property. So especially if they are from very conservative background, if their parents are very conservative, then they don't think the children have the freedom to choose their partner. They will force them. So don't get into all that. And even if he loves you and you end up marrying that person, the problem is that Islam allows men 4 wives. So the concept of marriage in Islam is not so. In Christianity is till death do us part. In Islam is till divorce do us part. So much so that on the night where you signed your nikah or marriage contract, the amount woman will receive in case of divorce is finalized there. They have to agree on one amount, and sometimes if there is the marriages between two non-families, a fight happens because the girl's family will be like, oh, we need property, or we need like 100k or something like that, which the boy's family will be like, no, we're not gonna put that much, and then there's disagreement and stuff starts. And also the girl herself will not be participating in all that. That's why she hires a representative, so her uncle or brother or somebody from the family will be the one who will be negotiating the price and stuff. And that's why a lot of Pakistanis, you will see like there's a lot of cousin marriages, because they don't want to get into the trouble of negotiating the prices and the security. They think if it's a family, if it's a cousin, then she will be more secure, there will be less chances of divorce, and they wouldn't have to fight over how much money she will get if she gets divorced. That also comes if he is divorcing her. In most of the cases, if the woman asks for divorce, then she loses her right for getting that money. That's like comes into a different condition and all that. Anyway, long story short, marriage is completely different. Like when I get married, I wasn't thinking like this marriage will be for till death do us part. For me, it was like, well, I'll get married. If it didn't work out, so what? We'll get divorced. I mean, what's the big deal? So that's the idea. if you want a partner for sickness and health, for better or worse, then that person is not for you, because Islam doesn't encourage men to be men. It doesn't. Let me demonstrate that in this video. I just found this random video over the internet where it's like the bride is coming with her dad, and this is so she's coming with her father, and he gets emotional. And this is not just a single video. On the internet you will find loads and loads of videos of groom being emotional. Now, it doesn't mean that some people think, oh, she was so beautiful that he became tearful. No, I think it's more than that. So when he sees her coming, first of all, the father is coming with her, and then he will come and give his daughter's hand to him, like, this is my princess, I looked after her, now it's your job to take care of her. And I think when he sees the father and daughter coming, that's the point where that boy becomes a man, and that weight of responsibility falls on his shoulder. The realization, like, I'm the provider now, I am the carer of the family, like, that's what makes these men cry. It's the weight, like, whoa, I can't just play around anymore, I have to be the man of the family now. So that boy becomes a man. That's the transition that makes them cry. It's the weight of all that responsibility that comes in, and it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful to see that, but you don't see that in Islam. In Islam, man is allowed 4 wives. So no matter how much you love him, no matter how perfect you are in for yourself, you will never be enough for him. So no matter what you do for him, his eyes would always be looking for someone else, something else. And the day, if you end up marrying that Muslim man and everything is fine, the day he finds another woman which is maybe more prettier than you, or same as you but maybe more richer, anything that's slightly better than you, and he gets the opportunity, he will go for it. And in Christianity, it is like marriage is done. It's like a done deal. Like, if for God, in Christianity, real one, there is no divorce. Yeah, in the Protestant one, like, it was formed on the base of divorce, so you can divorce. But in the eye of God, when you made that blood covenant with that person, you are married to them. You cannot break away from it. So you have made that blood covenant with that person. And if you have children, do you think a piece of paper will separate you? No, you would still be meeting together for the childcare, for pick up and drop off, for when they get in trouble, if they're sick, if you need to go see them in hospital when they grow up. With their marriage, you will be together with your ex-wife again. You will constantly be in each other's life once you had children. You cannot break that bond. So once you made a small family, no matter how many papers you signed, you cannot separate it. You would have to come again and again together to sort out a lot of problems because you have children together. You cannot break away that bond. So it's a very, very serious matter. Please think thousands of times. Do not give away yourself. Do not be fooled by the sweet talks. Everything will fade. Also, if you meet his family, see how his father is treating his mother. Because in majority of the Arab culture I've seen, they do not treat the wife nicely. They would be dismissing her and being disrespectful. It's a common thing. It's a common cultural thing. And this is to show their pride. I mean, in Afghan culture, I've seen men still love their wife, and then showing that you love your wife, or you are obeying and you're caring, or you're a bit scared of your wife is a sign of showing that you are a family man. You're not shy of showing that side of you, like if you're being obedient and caring father and a husband. But in Arab culture, showing that side of you shows your weakness. So even though your husband will be very nice to you, a third person come, a plumber, a carpenter, any third person that enters, the mood will change, the person will be changed, like, I don't know this person anymore. Because this is how they saw their neighbor treating their wives. They saw that on TV. They saw how their dad was treating their mom, and it's inside them. You would have to treat with so many things. Yes, if that person is grow up in West, maybe there is a chance, but it's not a good idea. Most of the time he will be just using you until he finds another Muslim girl to marry. And even if he is married with you, for him having another wife is not against his culture, it's not against his prophet, it's not against his book. So him having up to 3 wives, even though you're alive and well and everything is fine, for their culture it's okay. My husband mostly watches Arabic old dramas, and so when you fill a form for membership, like maybe gym membership or any membership form, when you fill the spaces, so you have like partner, they have 4 spaces. So wife number 1, wife number 2, wife number 3, wife number 4. And the guy was arguing with his wife, and he was like, don't argue with me so much, or I'm gonna fill the space of the second wife in the form. I'll arrange for it. So just zip it. Be very careful. And now let's come to men. If you are a Christian man and you are thinking about dating a Muslim woman, do not marry her. Do not think about dating her. If you think she will convert, unless she is willing and she wants to know the Lord and she wants to convert, and then she converts, that is a different story. But if she remains Muslim and you marry her, that is not a good idea. I met a friend in the church, and her brother married a Muslim woman, and now he converted, because Muslim men is still allowed to marry women of the book. So Jews and Christians, they are allowed to marry, but Muslim woman is not allowed to marry anyone unless they are Muslim. So if she comes to her family that I love this Christian guy, I'm gonna marry him, there will be a lot of taboo and pressure on her. So first she would like you to convert so she can marry you, and if that doesn't happen, she will make her best that later on it happens. So she can tell the family, because converting someone to Islam will be like such a pride thing to do. So my friend was telling me that her brother has now become a Muslim, and now he is more strict than she was. She said, I was arranging my birthday, like 50th birthday or something like that, and we had to work so hard to make sure the food is halal. So you have to make sure you cater for them, because then they will, once they are in, they are like dominating, like, you listen to me. And there was another person, another church family was telling me their story, that their sister married a Muslim man who was brought up in Europe and wasn't that religious, so family was doing fine. And now the children, they left it free for children to choose whichever faith they want, because they were both not very religious anyway. So one daughter has become Christian and the other become Muslim, and they were having a family day out, and they were like, they had to stop every time for her prayer, they had to find places with halal food, and the whole fun event had become like a nightmare. because you have to accommodate everything according to her wishes and all that. So these are all the facts in front of you. Do not play with darkness. I'm saying this from experience. I was a Muslim when I married a Muslim person, and now that I'm Christian, I know that I have read Corinthians, like, if he leaves me, it's okay, but I have to stay. And I have been threatened about that, if not thousands, hundreds of times. But I don't care if it comes to that, so be it. So I'm here. If I could save someone else's life, learn from my mistake, because once you're in real life, once you are married and you live in the same place, it's not about watching movies or like the love and everything. It becomes very practical. It's your day-to-day life. And if you follow completely different gods, that's a very tough spot to be in, because even if you are from the same faith, husband and wife have lots of argument over very tiny stuff already, and you put the faith into the mix, that takes things into the next level. Don't put your children through all that. Anyway, that's all that I wanted to share with you. Please pray and wait. I'm sure you will find someone in your faith that will be willing to come together and make a family with you. Do not give yourself away. Do not be fooled. I wish you all very best. See you in the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.